2025 is upon us, it's the start of a new year, and that means undeniably that a lot of people are going to be trying to incorporate movement and health into their personal goals for this year. And one of those ways that a lot of people do that is by getting a gym membership or trying some group fitness classes. But there's a lot of discussion online over which one's the most effective, which one's going to help you achieve your goals, and which one is quote unquote better. So I'm here today to help you make that decision. Hi, my name is JC. I am a certified group fitness instructor and dance educator. I teach classes ranging from strength-based classes, HIIT, spin, Pilates, bar, yoga. I kind of do it all. And I also strength train for myself in the gym 5 days a week, and I'm currently working on a personal training certification. So I have the best of both worlds, and I'm here to combine them and help you navigate this journey. This field has a lot of learning curves in it sometimes, and there is a lot of intimidation and anxiety in both of these spaces. And my mission as a creator and as an educator is to help bring this intimidation level down and give people the real and correct information that they need to be successful in their own journey. So without further ado, subscribe and let's get started. All right, layout of this video, I'm gonna first discuss the pros and cons to fitness classes and then pros and cons to the gym. Then we're gonna talk about the ideal version of who should utilize each of these formats, group fitness and gym. Finally, I'm gonna give you my personal recommendation on what I would do if I was in your situation. Let's get started. Before we continue though, the best form of movement is the movement you find the most enjoyable. So take all of this with a grain of salt, just use it to help guide your opinion, but don't take it as necessarily fact. All right, starting with group fitness classes, some of the pros to group fitness classes are they are a great source of accountability. The class is scheduled at a specific time. Often there might be a cancellation fee. You have to show up, you have to get your workout in. They are great for that aspect. They're also fantastic because the instructor programs the entire workout. You don't have to do the online resource and swipe through all that misinformation to figure out your workout. You go in and that instructor has the workout for you. And oftentimes these instructors go through rigorous amounts of training and become very educated to be able to provide you safe and effective workouts. They're also great because of the social and community aspect. You're there with other people. They're a great place to go with a friend. And for people that like doing things more socially, they're a fantastic resource. I also find that just being an adult, it's a great way to go make friends. You're kind of in the same boat with people. It sparks good conversation. It's a good thing to go do with friends. Like, it's just a great social aspect for adults that are kind of like, how do I meet new people? There's also the intensity level. Studies show that it is a lot easier to push yourself to be more intense in a group and to also learn about your personal levels of intensity. So if you're kind of someone that needs to be pushed a little bit to work out to a more intense level, they're great for that. And finally, my favorite thing about group fitness classes is that they are a great and safe introduction to form and equipment usage. If you don't understand form, you're in there and the instructor is going to help you with cues and redirection to get those form adjustments. Additionally, if you are nervous about using a certain piece of equipment, like for example, I didn't used to know how to do barbell work. I went to a few classes that were based around it, and it really showed me all of the really wonderful things you could do with that piece of equipment. So they're great for just general education opportunities. All right, the cons to group fitness classes. They're expensive unless you're in a very specific scenario. I was about to say situation scenario at the same time. But unless you're in a very specific scenario where, like, let's say you go to a university gym where you get gym amenities for free and classes are included in that, which is kind of the system that I'm in right now. I teach through a university gym, and so all the students here are able to come take my class without paying any additional cost. But typically that's not how it works. You have to already have a gym membership or go through like a boutique fitness studio. There's resources like ClassPass, but those are also just as expensive as like a drop-in class or paying for a membership. There's just really no way around it unless you're in some sort of system where it is a service being provided to you for essentially free. Group fitness classes are expensive. There is also the inability to tailor your workout to your specific needs. Oftentimes in these group fitness classes, there are like anywhere from 15 to 30 people in a class, and the instructor is looking around at everyone. And as an instructor, we are most looking for those very obvious and dangerous form corrections where we can help people with their form. We're not as much focused on making sure that you personally enjoy that workout to your needs. We trust you to know your body and own your experience. And I think that's a great thing for some people, but it's something to consider. That class is tailored to a variety of workout levels, variety of fitness levels. It might have a goal and an objective, but it might not be your goal and objective. They typically do not emphasize strength training if that is your goal. If your goal is muscular endurance, group fitness classes are a great option. But if your goal is strength training to actually physically build muscle, lift heavier over time, they're not the best for that unless you go to a specific strength-based class. But even then, those are hard to truly find. like I teach a class that's total body strength, but truly it is a muscular endurance workout because we're going off intervals and we're lifting a little bit lighter. So it's hard to find those true strength group fitness classes. They are also not progressive overload based. If your goals are building muscle and strength training, you need to be doing a plan that's progressive overload. These are just basic scientific facts. Group fitness classes don't necessarily do progressive overload. They have progressions over time. Like you might start with a body weight squat and progress to a split squat, and that is progressive, but that's not necessarily the case for every single thing or every single class. It kind of just depends on what instructor you get and the basic goals and how often you're attending that specific class. Additionally, it can take a really long time to figure out what you specifically need and want in both an instructor and a class. You're not going to vibe with every single instructor. You're not going to vibe with every single class. And it takes a while to figure out what you like and what you don't like. Additionally, it's really hard to get into classes at peak times with like boutique studios. 6 p.m. is the most popular time to work out, and it's also the hardest time to get into a class. And then classes, you might need like a 3 p.m. class, and that might not be offered in your area. So it can be hard to get into peak time classes, and it can be hard to find classes offered at other hours. We're gonna move on to the pros and cons of the gym. Starting with the pros, you have an access to a variety of equipment. All the things you can think of to use, you have access to versus your typical at-home gym where you might only have dumbbells. At the gym, you can go at any time that you want to go. You don't need to look for a specific class. You don't need to get on a wait list. You can just go. There is open space for multiple types of training, so you're not restricted to one thing. A lot of people wait lift. There's cardio areas. You can go do a HIIT workout. Like there's so many different things you can do at the gym without being restricted to one type of workout. Programming for the gym is often done by you or a personal trainer, and it is centered around entirely yourself, your needs, your wants, your likes and dislikes. Programming is for you. And typically a gym membership is cheaper than a boutique fitness studio membership, and some gyms include group fitness classes in them. I am a big advocator for gyms that include classes. I think they're a fantastic resource financially and just an overall good use of money, particularly for me, I guess. Going over some cons to the gym. Gym can be intimidating. You walk in, you see a lot of really buff men, a lot of women who are just have been in there for so long, and they're super intimidating. People are intimidating even if they don't mean to be. I know I have probably been intimidating to someone in the gym. It's just because we get into our mindset and we keep focusing, but some people are legitimately rude in the gym, and that's undeniable. Some people are also really rude in group fitness classes. There's gonna be rude people everywhere, but the gym is such a self-conscious space that we kind of see everyone as a threat, because oftentimes when we first start going to the gym, we're not confident in our body and we're trying to change something about ourselves. And that is a whole different conversation for later that I want to address, but right now we're focusing on gym, group fitness. So we have to acknowledge the gym can be really intimidating for people because of confidence issues. There is a learning curve with learning how to do proper form and learning how to program for yourself. And sometimes people might not have the resources or the time to research that on their own for programming. And that's when the case of custom programming comes in, or buying a program or finding one online. That is a good alternative to that. It can just be hard to know where to look. And then form issues, it takes a little bit to learn form, and that's okay. There is also a lack of outside accountability. You can go to the gym whenever you want, which means you don't have to go because no one is forcing you. There's no class cancellation fee. There's none of that guilt, oh, I signed up for this, but I didn't go. There's none of that with the gym. Peak times can be really crowded, and it can feel like there is a lack of privacy at the gym, everyone's always watching you, which kind of goes into that intimidation factor. And finally, it can be a really big hassle to pack your bag, program your own workouts. It can take a lot of time and energy that some people may not necessarily have. So let's talk about the ideal client of each of these. So group fitness and the gym are both marketing and targeting different groups of people. They're not meant for one size fits all. They're really meant for a specific type of person. And that's okay. You just kind of got to understand what these programs type of person are. So as a group fitness instructor, when I think of my ideal fitness class client, I think of a few different types of people. So there's the person that wants their workouts programmed for them. So typically that's my people who, going in the college environment, taking the college perspective on it, that's my people who are super busy. They really don't have time to think about what they're doing. They just need to show up to a class, get a workout in, and go. And that's a great option for them. They're getting their workout in, they're getting their daily movement, they're enjoying it. It's great. Another client I see often is someone who wants accountability to show up for their workouts, and they find that in registering for a class and having someone telling them what to do and pushing them through the workout and giving them positive feedback and making them really want to come back again. These are the people trying to build the habit. And honestly, these are one of my favorite types of clients to have, just because you you get to focus so much on the relationship built with them and then see the positive impact. And for a lot of these people, like, it's a temporary phase. It's building the habit while they test the waters and try something new. And I absolutely love that. I think it's a great use of classes. Another client that I'll see often and that I personally market my total body strength class to is someone who wants to learn proper form and the different ways that you can use equipment. Going to the gym can be really intimidating, and if you want to transition into that, a workout class that utilizes strength-based exercises, even if it's in a muscular endurance way, and how to use equipment can be really helpful. Again, I went to that class for barbells, but I also went to that class and learned about the Bosu ball. And for a while, I used to incorporate some Bosu ball technique in my training, and it was really fun, and I wouldn't have learned any of that if I hadn't gone to that class. And I have a lot of current clients now who come to my classes, and they're just starting to work out, and they're just learning their movement, and they are getting safe and effective form corrections in that class, and then they can go and do their own personal workout and slowly phase out of the class as they build up more confidence with form. Another person that we see often in group fitness classes is someone who just wants to build a daily movement habit. They don't care about the effectiveness of it, they more care about enjoyment. And I love that. Again, the best type of movement is the movement that you enjoy the most. So if you love Pilates, go to the classes. And then finally, the last client that we see a lot in group fitness classes is someone who wants to add something into their existing routine that they aren't already getting. Typically, I'll see this in like a yoga or cycle class, someone who is strength training already but wants cardio, someone who's doing all the things and wants a little bit of relaxation. Group fitness is a great thing to add into your routine based off of your current goals, whether you're like strength training or running, to make sure that you're getting the things that you might not be like have the most expertise in. Now, here's the ideal gym client. It's interesting to refer to a gym as a client. We're gonna go with it. The ideal gym client is someone who has individualized strength and cardio goals. You, let's say, kind of going off of strength, let's say you know that you really want to improve your barbell backloading squat. A group fitness class is probably not gonna be the thing that you need to improve it. You need to be in the gym on a progressive overload plan, training to build up that weight and those reps. Or let's say you're wanting to run a marathon. A gym would be a better place, or an outdoor track, honestly, to train for those cardio goals and the strength that comes with and the strength that is needed to come run a marathon. A HIIT class might not be the best thing for you. Another ideal gym client is someone who has very clear guidelines about the movement that they need, do not need, want, and do not want to do with their body. I'm trying to put this into words in the nicest way possible. If you have super strong opinions about the workouts that you like to do and you already know your ideal workout, the gym is probably the better place in the group fitness class, because often we might see these people come in because they're trying to follow the trend. They already have a set routine that they love, but they're trying something new for the sake of trying it, and they end up hating it because they have these realistic expectations in their mind of the exercises they want to work on, the modes they want to work on, the tempo, and then they come into this class and they don't end up enjoying it. And that's okay. It's great to try new things, but don't force yourself to go to classes for the sake of like, oh, it's trending right now, it's what's making everyone lose weight, when you already have your own expectations about how a workout should be. And lastly, the person that is the ideal gym client is someone who's looking for a solitary gym space. Again, group fitness classes are really social. Gym is more of a solitary thing. It can be really social, but for someone wanting just in the corner, be left alone, I recommend the gym. Now, here's what I would do. Let's take me for example. I'm someone who does distance running, I do strength training, and I have goals to build up some barbell movements, but I also have goals to improve my running. And additionally, I'm a group fitness instructor, and let's say currently I have a goal of being able to do 10 consecutive reps of the full teaser for Pilates, where your legs go all the way up into the V and all the way back down. How would I do that? Okay, well, I'm already in the gym 4 to 5 times a week strength training. I'm already running a few days a week. I'm not getting that Pilates in the gym, so I would do both. I would strength train in the gym and I would go like a Pilates class to get that training. Or let's say I wasn't running, but I wanted a little bit of cardio. I strength train in the gym and I go get my cardio endurance from a HIIT class or a spin class. Like, there's lots of ways to do both. And I personally love the gym for strength training and love group fitness for like the social aspect, like of just going with my friends for fun, or of getting the cardio in that I really want. So that's kind of how I do it. I use the supplementation method. I do both. But the bottom line is, do the workout that you love. That that is all I have for you guys today. Remember to like this video, comment down below what goals you have for 2025, and subscribe for more content. Remember, gyms and group fitness spaces are amazing and suited for different kinds of people. There's no harm in doing both. There's no harm in sticking to one or the other. It's not about the most effective thing to do. It's about having fun out there. So have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.